Welcome to this deep dive. Today we're looking at ornithophobia.
Ornithophobia, right? It sounds quite specific, doesn't it?
It does, and it's this, well, intense and often irrational fear of birds.
Yeah. The name comes from ancient Greek. Ornis for bird and phobos for fear. So pretty literal.
Fear of birds. Okay. But it's not always all birds, is it?
No, that's what's interesting. It can be, a general fear of any bird.
Or sometimes it's really targeted.
Exactly, like maybe just pigeons or seagulls or sometimes even chickens or ducks.
So we're talking about a proper phobia here, not just like finding pigeons a bit annoying.
Oh, definitely. A phobia implies the fear is excessive, persistent, and it interferes with life. It's
Yeah.
not just a casual dislike.
Right. It's a deep-seated thing. So what actually triggers it? What makes someone react so strongly?
Well, the triggers can be quite varied. For some people, it's the fluttering.
The wings.
Yeah, that sudden, unpredictable movement of wings can
Yeah.
be really unsettling, very jarring.
I could see that. Also, maybe just the way they move generally, those quick, jerky movements.
That too. And sometimes it's their boldness, how some birds just approach humans without seeming to have any fear.
Like seagulls swooping down for food at the beach.
Exactly. That can be genuinely terrifying for someone with this phobia. Then there are other things too.
Like,
Like, believe it or not, the texture of feathers for some.
really? Feathers.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the fear of diseases that birds might carry. That's a more common worry, maybe amplified.
Okay, that makes sense. And maybe bigger, noisier birds.
Yes, larger birds that seem, well, unafraid of people. Crows, geese, that kind of thing. They can be particularly frightening triggers.
So when someone with ornithophobia encounters one of these triggers, what happens? It's not just in their head, right?
Or absolutely not. The
Yeah.
physical reaction is very real. We're talking heart palpitations,
For
sweating.
classic anxiety symptoms.
Exactly. Intense nervousness, feeling dizzy, maybe shortness of breath, and a powerful urge to just get away. Huge avoidance behavior, which, as you can imagine, can really limit someone's life if birds are common in their area. Think about parks, cities.
Yeah, they're pretty much everywhere. It's quite sobering. And this isn't like a new thing people have suddenly developed.
Not at all. Culturally, you see hints of bird fear. Think about Hitchcock's film, The Birds from '63.
Oh, yeah. Terrifying. And wasn't there something about that in the London Underground?
Right, a mosaic referencing the film. It shows how that fear resonates, culturally speaking. It taps into something.
Has it been studied much academically?
It has, actually. There was an article way back in 1952 in the Psychiatric Quarterly.
Really? That long ago?
Yeah, it discussed ornithophobia alongside ailurophobia, the fear of cats. So psychologists were aware of it even then.
Okay.
And more recently, books like Phobias, The Psychology of Irrational Fear from 2015 cover it as a specific phobia within anxiety disorders.
So it's recognized in the field. But it's not all negative, is it? Our relationship with birds.
No, definitely not. And it's important to remember that. Some research, like an article by Mark Bonta from 2008, looks at the other side.
The positive connections.
Exactly. Human-bird interactions, the fascination, the benefits we get from them, bird watching, pets, symbolism. It's complex.
So quite a spectrum of reactions. Intense fear on one end, fascination on the other.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It highlights how varied our relationship with the natural world, and birds specifically, can be.
So wrapping this up then, ornithophobia, stemming from the Greek for bird fear, isn't just one thing.
Right. Different triggers, fluttering, movement, boldness, even feathers.
Leading to very real physical and emotional responses. Heart racing, sweating, needing to escape.
And it can be genuinely life-limiting. We see it reflected in culture, like in film, and it's been documented in psychology for decades.
Alongside, we should remember the more positive ways humans connect with birds too.
Absolutely. Which really brings us to think about fear itself, doesn't it? How subjective it is.
Yeah, birds are, everywhere. Part of daily life for most people.
Yet for some, they trigger this profound anxiety. It makes you wonder about our individual wiring, our experiences.
How something so common can become a source of such deep fear for one person, while another barely notices or even enjoys it.
It really prompts you to consider your own reactions to the world around you, maybe even your own anxieties, and how strangely personal our relationship with nature can be. What seems ordinary to one can be terrifying to another.